TVS Nightline. Here are the headlines for tonight. The inquest into the death of Zara Khairina Mahathir over alleged bullying will begin tomorrow at Kota Kinabalu's Coroner's Court. Sarawak's 2025 Malaysia Day celebration is set to take place in Bintulu, with 5 major events expected to pull in massive crowds. The death toll rises in the powerful Afghanistan quake, with at least 900 dead and thousands more injured. The Attorney General Chamber AGC inquest into the death of Zara Khairina Mahathir over alleged bullying will begin tomorrow at the Kota Kinabalu's Coroner's Court. The 19-day proceedings, fixed throughout the month of September, will be presided over by Sessions Court Judge Amir Hassan, sitting as coroner.
A total of 70 witnesses, including the pathologist who conducted the post-mortem on the teenager, are expected to testify. Deputy Head of Prosecution 2, Datuk Badiuzzzaman Ahmad, will lead the proceedings, assisted by Deputy Public Prosecutors Nahra Dolah, Muhammad Fairuz Johari, Dana Arabi Wazani, Sofia Sawayan and Dacia Jane Romanes, who will serve as conducting officers. Zara Khairina, 13, was pronounced dead at Queen Elizabeth Hospital on July 17th. She had been admitted to the hospital after being found unconscious in a drain near her school dormitory in Papar at 4 a.m. on July 16th. On August 13th, the Attorney General's Chambers AGC announced that an inquest would be conducted into her death after reviewing the investigation report submitted by the police. On August 8th, the AGC ordered the exhumation of Zara Khairina's remains to allow for a post-mortem examination.
TikTok's top brass has been summoned to Bukit Aman tomorrow after failing to cooperate with police in curbing fake news. Communications Minister Datuk Fahmi Fadzil said the issue centres on a viral video from an individual claiming to be a pathologist in the Zara Khairina Mahathir investigation.
Kita dapati ada banyak masalah yang berlaku terutama dalam sebaran berita palsu di mana pihak TikTok sangat lewat memberi kerjasama kepada pihak PDRM. Baru-baru ni dalam kes seorang doktor palsu, pakar bedah kononnya, pihak TikTok sangat lambat memberikan maklumat kepada pihak polis Diraja Malaysia sehingga saya terpaksa menelefon CEO TikTok sendiri, Shao, ya, untuk maklumkan, this is a crime that's being committed and your organisation is very slow.
Apart from TikTok, Fahmi said Meta Platforms Incorporated, the parent company of Facebook, will also be summoned to explain the spread of immoral content on its platform. He said among the issues identified was a dissemination of pedophilia-related content detected under Oppedo involving an online group called Geng Budak Sekolah, which went viral on WhatsApp and Facebook.
The Royal Malaysia Police will be sending a team to Thailand to dig deeper into the case of a Malaysian man caught with rifles and ammunition in Sadao, Songkhla. Inspector General of Police Datuk Seri Muhammad Khalid Ismail said the suspect remains in Thai custody, with investigations moving forward in close cooperation with local authorities. The man was arrested last weekend with 2 M16 rifles and hundreds of rounds, allegedly bought in Thailand and meant to be smuggled into Malaysia. But the IGP insists, despite the case, that security along the Malaysia-Thailand border remains under control. Police in Miri say they've taken another drug trafficking operation, seizing close to 8 kilos of narcotics and arresting 2 local men in a series of raids last Friday. Officers from the Narcotics Criminal Investigation Division moved in at around 3 p.m. on August 29, apprehending the 28 and 29-year-old suspects in separate stings at a restaurant in Senaden.
Dan dalam premis kiriman itu barang Korea itu telah menjumpai satu bungkusan kotak. Dalam tu ada mengandungi 5 bungkusan dada disyaki mat. Dan beratnya anggaran adalah 5.500 gram. Dan dalam rumah dia kita dah jumpa satu plastik hitam di almari dia, almari rumah dia, almari baju dan dalam tu ada mengandungi 21 paket bersama dengan 10 biji pil disyaki ekstasi, dan dada jenis disyaki adalah MDMA, dan beratnya keseluruhan adalah 804.25 gram.
Investigators say initial urine tests also came back positive, one suspect for ketamine, the other for methamphetamine. Records show both men had prior drug-related offenses. Along with the narcotics, police also seized a black Proton Wajah sedan worth about 10,000 ringgit, believed to have been used in the operation.
Dan suspek nombor 2, dia ada rekod lampau. Ya. Dalam sebuah tersebut, maka turut disita sebuah kenderaan jenis Proton Wajah warna hitam. Anggaran nilai adalah RM10,000 Malaysia.
The case is being investigated under the 1952 Dangerous Drugs Act. Now, both suspects are being remanded until September 5th as the investigation continues.
Welcome back. ZARA'S 2025 Malaysia Day celebration is set to take place in Bintulu with 5 major events expected to pull in thousands of visitors. Food Industry, Commodity and Regional Development Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Stephen Rundi Utom said the highlight comes at midnight on September 16, a ceremony led by the Sarawak Governor at the Old Bintulu Airfield.
Jadi basically our program tonggak kita ada 5. Pertamanya ada 14 hari bulan kita akan mengadakan itu majlis unit-unit agama-agama lain. Dan 15 hari bulan malam kita mengadakan majlis kesyukuran dengan untuk Muslim di Masjid Asyakirin Bintulu yang akan dihadiri oleh Tuan Yang Terutama TYT dan juga Topuan, dan pada keesokan harinya 16 bulan kita ada mengadakan Hari Malaysia Run pagi, iaitu bertempat bermula di Dewan Suara Bintulu. Lepas itu pada setengah malamnya iaitu acara kemuncak kita, iaitu Hari Malaysia akan diselebrate pada setengah malam yang akan dirasmikan oleh Tuan Yang Terutama Tun. Semua orang Bintulu kita anggarkan lebih kurang 10,000 orang akan membanjiri lapangan terbang lama Bintulu.
The Ministry of Rural and Regional Development (KKDW) will make technical and vocational education and training (TVET) and AI a top priority in Budget 2026. Deputy Prime Minister and KKDW Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi said TVET is key to opening new jobs in modern tech, smart farming and the digital economy and the halal industry.
Dalam masa yang sama, kita melihat KKDW kini turut mengaplikasikan AI melalui platform e-pelanggan yang lebih interaktif, responsif dan juga mesra pengguna. Seperti yang pernah saya sebut sebelum ini, kita berada di era transformasi digital. AI bukan lagi pilihan, tetapi satu keperluan.
Zahid also announced the creation of a new Rural Development Committee to coordinate initiatives and avoid overlap. He says KKDW's strong performance this year lays a solid groundwork for next year's allocation. He highlights that RISDA and FELCRA, both agencies under KKDW, reported profits, while the People's Trust Council, MARA, is pushing ahead with education and entrepreneurship, upgrading over 500 premises to benefit thousands of entrepreneurs and create nearly 22,000 jobs.
On to world news. At least 912 are dead after a powerful earthquake struck eastern Afghanistan, leveling entire villages and leaving thousands more injured. Rescuers are still digging through rubble, often with their bare hands, searching for survivors after a 6.0 magnitude earthquake struck just after midnight on Sunday. The epicenter, about 17 miles from Jalalabad, hit at a depth of about 8 kilometers, making it especially destructive for communities built with mud and stone.
In the worst-hit province of Kunar, officials report nearly 1,000 dead and 3,000 injured. More casualties are reported in Nangarhar and Laghman. Children are among the dead, wrapped in white shrouds as villagers gathered for burials. Some areas remain cut off by damaged roads, complicating rescue efforts.
بامونه ټول کې نه تل نو کوټې وی نو دغه وار سکه نه سپمای بس نه سبه کوټې وی او دیوالونه په مشمانانه په ځانانه باندې پرې وتل سم مشمانان شهیدان شول او زخمیان شول ستامي تیرا وشو تیرا راغله و تیرا کې راځي کړو.
The UN says it's providing emergency aid, including an initial $5 million. The tragedy is one of the deadliest earthquakes to strike the region in recent years, and the UN says it expects the toll to rise as search and rescue teams struggle to reach the hardest hit areas.
At least 20 people are missing after violent protests in Indonesia sparked by lavish perks for lawmakers and widening into anger at police. Thousands rallied across the country on Monday as the military deployed in the capital, with at least 6 people killed since protests erupted last week, fueled by footage showing a paramilitary police unit killing a young delivery driver.
The unrest have forced President Prabowo Subianto into a U-turn on lawmakers' perks.
Presiden udah preskon, kita sesuai dengan arahan beliau memberi tuntutan kita yang jelas udah tersebar di mana-mana. Ini adalah kumpulan tuntutan dari rakyat. 17+8 tuntutan rakyat yang didasari oleh transparansi, reformasi, dan empati. Reformasi terbesar DPR adalah ketika lu kerja untuk rakyat, bukan lu kerja untuk ketua partai atau untuk partai lu. Itu baru terjadi reformasi. Mau siapapun orang di dalam situ, it doesn't matter. Selama lu cuma kerja untuk partai, you're not working for the people.
500 protesters gathered outside the nation's parliament in Jakarta, watched by soldiers and police throughout the day, before dissipating after President Prabowo Subianto warned protests should end by sundown.
Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching and have a good night.